Thanks for being here. As always, really thankful you guys could be anywhere today and you're here. I want to first congratulate Coach Ciano. And what an awesome win. Happy. He does a terrific job, so I'm really happy for the football team. And I all know we have two big NCAA tournament games tomorrow, too, for field hockey and soccer, and those coaches are awesome, so I want to wish those guys luck, too, tomorrow. Phil Sellers was in the house today. It was great to have a legend back, so excited about that. Good second half for us. Held the team to 12 points. I love it. Ball wasn't going in, but we figured out a way to defend. We worked on that for 2 days, talking about our defense. It wasn't up to par against Lehigh. And I think we had 11 straight stops in this game, and 16 out of 17 at one stretch, 15 out of 16, awesome. And eventually I kept telling our guys, eventually we're going to score. We're going to score, and we figured out a way to do that, went on that good run. But I got to give a tip of the hat, like Merrimack, their zone is real. They do a great job, 2 days to prepare for it. They're one of the top steals team in the country. They're really handsy, and I knew the game would be a grind because that's the pace they play at. Their zone forces you to run clock, and then the way their offense is structured, they're running more clock. So I knew it would be kind of an old-fashioned grind, and it was. But real pleased that we were able to come away, 2-0. That's where we want to be. And these guys right here, a couple double-doubles by Cliff, and Ron got a second one. Jaden comes off the bench, and Andre did a really good job, giving us a real boost. And, everybody chipped in again today. Tough game, and we were able to tough it out.
Steve, following up on your bench, Jaden and Andre scored, I think, 15 points down the stretch. What do you want to say about the way those guys sort of injected life into the game?
They really did, too, and it was nice, too, to have Mawat back, too, coming off the bench because he plays hard. And, I thought Dean Reber gave us 4 good minutes, too, and during that stretch. But, Andre and, new guys to our program, but really kind of figuring it out. And what I like mostly, I love they gave us offensive lift, but I think they played really well on the defensive end of the floor. So most pleased with their development in those areas.
Steve, 2 big tests early on for the team. What does that say about some of your veteran leadership and also some of the guys you're trying to integrate into the system?
Yeah, early in the season too, you guys are seeing scores go across in the country. Like it's tough. A lot of transfers, a lot of new players. You're always worried early in the season, did they put in new stuff? You don't have a lot of film, on people. And I think both these teams, like Merrimack has a chance to win that league. They're very gutsy and tough, and they defend every night. So I knew we'd be tested, and we had to jump through a lot of obstacles too. Now people back in the stands, and you get a lot of different kind of distractions. So I like the way we practiced the last couple of days, and again, I like this team. And when we had to defend today, like I was most proud that we were able to string it together and made it real tough, and that was a good basketball team. So,
Steve, that play in the second half where Ron misses the front end of the 1-1, Jaden gets it. It seems like nobody knows what's going on but him.
Yeah.
What does it say about his awareness? And he's a young guy, obviously.
There you go, Jaden. Yeah.
What does that say about him?
I don't think anyone really knew. We were screaming it from the bench, but the fact that he was alert enough to go and get that basketball, was terrific. And he had some big shots too. I mean, freshman, it's a tough adjustment to college. Like it's very different. And he's come into the first 2 games and he hasn't flinched. And we keep seeing him get better and better and better. And what I really liked, defensively, he did some good things for us today. So he's getting there in that area too. So.
Steve, it was a slow first half, much better second half. What would you attribute the better second half to?
Well, I just think, I told these guys at halftime, man, they were hesitant after they missed a few shots. And, don't be hesitant. If you're open, you shoot the ball. If you're not, you pass the basketball. Thought we were much more aggressive, getting the basketball into the paint. Thought we did a much better job, obviously, rebounding the basketball. So we had different ways to score. Then guys got a little more comfortable, But I thought we were on our heels a little bit offensively in the first half. But our defense kind of, kept us in the game. But you don't want to get off to slow starts like that. But I do like the grind. We're learning a lot of lessons. We're gonna film. Just got to keep grinding. This has been a good group.
Steve, you rebounded the ball well, and you're playing a lot of guys. Would you like to see these guys push the tempo a little more? Or does Merrimack slow you down the way they play?
Yeah, I mean, that's how they kind of play. So they play one of the slower paces in the country. So, yeah, I would like to, you know. But we were able to get up the floor a little bit, but they do a really good job. I mean, tip of the hat, you know. I know everyone always looks at one side of the game. I always look at the other team, and I knew it was going to be a tough game. I saw them play the other night. I watched tapes from last year. They do a really good job, and they're kind of unique in how they do it. They're small and quick. You know, they cause a lot of problems. They're very handsy, too. So, you know, first half we had 10 turnovers. You know, you got to take care of the ball against this team. Any careless passes, you know, they make you pay on it. And then they run a lot of clock. That's what they do. So they shorten the game. You know, shorten the game against everyone, and they like to win 35-37. Like, that's how they want to kind of play. So I was glad we were able to win in one of those kind of games. And I look at, you know, shot attempts we got. I thought we got good looks. You know, even in the first, I thought we were just a little hesitant. You know, and when you hesitate against a team like that, then you're going to be guarded.
I want to ask you about Joey Gallo specifically. You know, he's from New Brunswick in Middlesex County. You built a program from scratch at Stony Brook. He's in his third year in Division I program. They have a league title. Do you see any parallels between what you did and what he's doing? What do you think of the job?
Well, I mean, I think he's doing a great. First of all, his first year in Division I, he won the league.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if has that ever been done. I mean, you enter Division I in a league, and your first year you win the league, and I think they won like 14 out of 17 games that year or something like that. He's got a unique style. They're real difficult. A couple years ago, you know, he beat Northwestern at Northwestern. But he's a good coach. I mean, they got a lot of New Jersey guys, and those guys were hyped up to be back. And you know, he's going to have a really good year too. Like you know, in that league. So, happy for him. Happy for us today. But I'll be rooting for him for the rest of the season, just not today.
Steve, you touched on Mawat. It seemed like he was shot out of the cannon when he came in really fired up to play. What does his energy do to this team? It seemed like he came at a slow time and everyone kind of.
Yeah, he's an energy guy. He again, he's another guy that can really defend multiple positions. He takes a lot of pride in that too. It was nice to get his feet wet too, because you got to think, you know, Ron and Paul and Caleb and Gio have played a lot of minutes, but the rest of these guys are kind of, you know, haven't played as much. So really, that's the first time Mawat kind of got up and running around. But he's talented. He's a good worker. He's a really good teammate. You know, he's going to help us, you know, a great deal. So it was good to get him out there today and get his feet wet.